number 9, we essentially have a two-step equation problem. We're trying to solve for x, right? So our main goal is to try to isolate x as a variable. And in order to do that, we have to get rid of this matrix on the left side of the equation. And you may ask, how may you do that? Well, if this had 2x plus 1 instead of this matrix right here, you would just subtract the 1 from this side, right? So let's just subtract, instead of 1, this entire matrix from both sides of the equation. So the left side will just be 2x, since we subtracted this off of it. And now let's subtract this side by this matrix. So I'm just going to rewrite the matrix that's already there. And now we're subtracting this matrix right here. Okay. So now we have two matrices subtracted from each other. So let's just go ahead and actually subtract those two matrices from each other. So first element minus first element, -5 minus -3. Well, since we're subtracting a negative number, it'll be the same thing as adding -5 plus 3. And -5 plus 3 is -2. Then we have 0 minus 2, which is -2. Then we have 3 minus 5, which is also -2. That's kind of ironic right there. -1 minus -7. Of course, subtracting a negative, same thing as adding. So -1 plus 7, which is 6. 0 minus -9, subtracting a negative, same thing as adding the positive. -4 minus 0 is just -4. So now we have 2x equals this matrix right here, which is the difference of these two matrices. And of course, we're still trying to solve for x, right? So we have to get x by itself. Since we're multiplying x by 2, the inverse operation to multiplying is dividing. So we want to divide this entire side by 2. And once we do that, 2 divided by 2 is just 1. It'll get us x. And of course, what we do to one side, we must do to the other. So that means we have to divide this entire matrix by 2. But the same thing as dividing by 2 is multiplying by 1/2. So I'm just going to write a 1/2 out here just so you can visualize it. My bad. So let's divide each element by 2 or multiply by 1/2. It's the same thing. And of course, we'll get the same dimensions of matrix. So -2 divided by 2 is -1. Same thing with all of these elements right here. -2 divided by 2 is -1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 9 divided by 2 will just be 9/2. And -4 divided by 2 is -2. So that means x equals this resulting matrix right here.